Have you ever taken a personality test that felt like it was reading your diary? That's how I felt when I got my Enneagram results back. I tested as a 4 with a 5 wing and a 1 with a 9 wing. And let me tell you, it was like someone finally put language to patterns I've lived with my whole life. Today, I'm not just sharing the results. I'm unpacking what they actually mean for me as an INFJ and what they reveal about the way I see myself, the world, and even the struggles I don't usually talk about out loud. Before I dive into my personal results, let's take a step back. Some of you may already know what the Enneagram is, but if you're new, I don't want to just throw numbers and wings at you without context. The Enneagram is more than a personality test. It's a framework, 9 core types, each with their own motivations, fears, and gifts. And each type has what's called a wing, which is simply the number on either side that shapes and flavors your personality. Rather than me breaking it down piece by piece, I want to give you a clear foundation so you can fully understand what my results mean. So let's roll a short video that explains the Enneagram and its wings in detail. Once you watch this, my results will make a whole lot more sense, and you'll probably start thinking about your own type too. All right, let's play the video.
Welcome to an insightful journey into the Enneagram, a powerful personality system designed to deepen your understanding of yourself and others. The Enneagram is more than just a typology. It's a profound framework that reveals the underlying motivations driving our actions and interactions. It aims to uncover how our emotions shape our lives and influence how we engage with the world to fulfill our deepest needs and desires. This system defines 9 distinct personality types, each possessing its own unique set of strengths, inherent weaknesses, and significant opportunities for personal growth. Understanding your Enneagram type provides a clear window into what truly motivates you at a very deep, often subconscious level. It illuminates a personalized path you can take to achieve a higher level of self-actualization and live a more authentic life. Each of the 9 Enneagram types is characterized by its own primary driving force, which is fundamentally centered around a particular core emotion. Some types are deeply immersed in experiencing strong emotions, embracing them as a central part of their existence. Conversely, other types actively aim to avoid or suppress emotions, seeking stability or control through different means. Regardless of whether an individual is running from emotions or diving headfirst into them, each Enneagram type describes a unique aspect of the human emotional experience. This system provides a comprehensive map of our inner emotional landscape. The 9 types of the Enneagram are conveniently divided into 3 primary groups, each containing 3 distinct types. These groups are known as the body types, the head types, and the heart types, reflecting different centers of intelligence. Each of these 3 groups is considered to be primarily driven by a particular center of intelligence. The body types are guided by instinct and action, the head types by thought and analysis, and the heart types by feelings and relationships. Furthermore, each group is also associated with a particular core emotion that profoundly influences its members. Understanding these centers of intelligence and core emotions is key to unlocking the full potential of the Enneagram for personal growth. By exploring these distinctions, we can begin to see the intricate tapestry of human personality and motivation. The Enneagram offers a compassionate framework for self-discovery, encouraging us to embrace our authentic selves and foster deeper connections with others.
I'm Lisa, author of the 2 a.m. Code, and this is part of my deeper dive into the Enneagram. If you're new here, my INFJ personality already gives me this rare, intuitive lens, but the Enneagram cuts even deeper. So today I'm going to walk you through my personal results section by section and reflect on how they actually show up in my daily life. By the end, I'll also give you some questions you can ask yourself so you can see where you might land in this same framework. Type 4, the Individualist. My core Enneagram type is a 4, the Individualist. 4s are driven by a need to find and express their true identity. We crave authenticity. We fear being insignificant or just like everyone else. And if I'm being honest, that hits hard. As an INFJ, I've always felt different, sometimes even alienated. As a kid, I remember looking around and thinking, why do I feel things so much deeper than everyone else? I wasn't just sad or happy. I was processing the entire meaning behind it. The report described 4s as people who turn pain into meaning, and that's exactly how I've lived. Every heartbreak, every setback, I can't just move on from it. I have to create something with it. That's why I write, why I teach, why I create content like this. It's not just self-expression, it's survival. Wing 5, the investigator. My 4 leans on a 5 wing, the investigator. This adds a layer of intellectual depth, curiosity, and a hunger to understand the why behind everything. This is where my INFJ tendencies and my Enneagram results overlap perfectly. I don't just feel deeply, I analyze deeply. If something happens in my life, I'll replay the moment, dissect the tone of voice, the body language, the silence in between. That's the 5 wing in action. But it's also where my isolation comes in. 4s with a 5 wing often retreat into their minds, into books, into research, into creating. And sometimes that's been my safe place, but also my prison. I've had seasons where I disappeared emotionally from everyone else because living inside my head felt safer than being misunderstood in real life. Type 1, the reformer. My secondary result was a 1 with a 9 wing, the reformer. This is the perfectionist, the one who holds themselves and others to impossibly high standards. And if you're an INFJ, you probably know this inner critic. It's that voice that says, do better, be better, don't mess this up. For me, it shows up in my work ethic. I'll pour everything into a project, sometimes to the point of burnout, because anything less than excellence feels like failure. The 9 wing softens this, giving me a deep desire for peace and harmony. I want things to be right, but I don't want conflict. That's why you'll see me avoid unnecessary arguments, but behind the scenes, I'm carrying this relentless drive to fix what's broken. The dark side, hidden struggles. Here's where it gets real. Both of these types, the 4 and the 1, come with shadows. As a 4, I can get stuck in envy. Not envy like, I want what you have, but envy in the sense of, why can't I find my place? Why does it seem like everyone else fits and I'm on the outside looking in? That loneliness can cut deep. As a 1, I wrestle with anger turned inward. When something doesn't meet my standards, I don't always lash out at others. I internalize it. I criticize myself. And the cost of that? Emotional exhaustion. INFJs already have empathy fatigue. And when you mix that with the 4's melancholy and the 1's perfectionism, you get this cocktail of burnout and self-doubt. That's the part most people don't see. The days when my light feels dimmed, not because of others, but because of the weight I put on myself. The gift, superpowers. But here's the gift hidden in all of this. As a 4, I bring depth. I don't settle for surface level anything, friendships, conversations, even my work. That's why people come to me for insight they can't get anywhere else. As a 5 wing, I bring perspective. I can connect dots others miss, and that helps me strategize, create, and even lead. As a 1, I bring integrity. You can trust that if I say I'll do something, I'll do it with excellence. And as a 9 wing, I bring peace. Even when I'm carrying storms inside, I try to create calm for others. That balance, intensity on the inside, peace on the outside, is uniquely INFJ. And it's why people often say we have an old soul presence. So what do I do with all this? For me, it's about embracing the paradox. I can be deeply emotional and deeply analytical. I can strive for perfection and practice grace. I can acknowledge envy and still choose gratitude. If you're watching this and you're an INFJ, a 4, a 1, or somewhere in between, my challenge to you is this. Stop trying to fix your wiring. Instead, study it, use it. Learn how to spot when your gift is becoming your shadow and redirect it. Now, if you're curious about your own Enneagram type and you want to see how your results compare to mine, here's how you can do it. Head over to truity.com. That's truity.com. They offer a free version of the Enneagram test that gives you a quick snapshot of your type. But here's the part I highly recommend. If you want the full breakdown, the detailed 18-page report, that's available for $29. And honestly, that's where the gold is. The full report goes deep into your wings, your stress and growth patterns, your communication style, and even career and relationship insights. You'll see mine on the screen here. I decided to invest in the full report because I didn't just want surface level answers. I wanted to really understand the nuances of my personality. And these pages made me stop and say, wow, that's me to a T. So if you want to join me in this journey and follow along with your own data, check out the testontruity.com. Take it for free, and if you're ready to dig deeper, that $29 investment is well worth it. That's where true growth begins. If this is resonating with you so far, hit that like button so more people can find this conversation, and subscribe because I'm building an entire series on the Enneagram, Myers-Briggs, and how these frameworks overlap with emotional intelligence. This video was honestly hard to make. Sharing these results feels like sharing pages of my private journal, but that's the point. Vulnerability is where transformation begins. So here's my invitation. Drop your Enneagram type in the comments and let me know if you've ever felt this same tension between your light and your shadow. And if you want to keep exploring with me, subscribe and hit the bell. The next episode in this series is going to uncover the hidden strengths and dangers of the INFJ's empathy. Being rare is not a curse, it's an advantage. I'll see you in the next one.